Now I started the session off with pop-ups basically because I've been using them elsewhere, and I thought the spot out there was sort of patchy. There were clear bits, but there were also weedy bits. And if you drop a bottom bait rig into a clump of weed, you know, that you can barely feel when you're feeling the lead down, then the rig is rendered useless and the fish are feeding all over you and you don't get anything. So this spring I've been fishing at Embryo Stanton. The bottom there is really crappy. There's loads of Canadian coming up, there's dead weed as well. And I've been using a braided hook link with a pop-up and an anti-tangle sleeve pretty much since the end of January, and it's been massively successful for me on there. The difference between there and here is your single hook bait fishing, or you're putting out just a tiny amount of bait and you're fishing at short to medium range. And the braided hook link, you can watch it in the air using a bright pop-up generally, so you can see that is well away from the lead core. I worked out very early on that you can't use one of the tournament leads with the ring on the top, the heli version. Basically, when you hit the clip, if you hit it too hard, the lead wants to turn, and because it's only got a ring on the top, not a swivel, it can't, and then it turns the whole rig and you can get tangled. So I swapped over from a heli style lead over to a normal swivel lead, and the tangles completely disappeared. So I've been employing that ever since. I've been fishing on lakes where I've been sort of casting on top of bottom weed. It's only shallow, but it's too deep to fish a bottom bait in there. So I've kept with my lead clip system. Obviously we learnt from the underwater filming that if you fish with a helicopter rig on a really clean bottom, the rig can land anywhere, it can get pushed around anywhere, and the hooking efficiency is really poor. So I moved over to lead clips because of that, and then I tried to fish a lead clip with a pop-up, which I haven't done for absolutely ages. Like I say, incorporating this 20-pound dark matter braid, anything between sort of 5.5 and 7.5 inches long between the loops, that really did work. And catching fish that weren't getting caught for a couple of seasons and getting bites more regularly than everybody else convinced me that that lead clip and braided hook link system is a real winner. Now the disadvantage here is I'm fishing further out, so I have had to watch the rig in the air. I've had to recast it a few times because I wasn't sure that it wasn't tangled, and so far I've not wound a single tangle in, but it is something you need to factor in if you're going to fish with braided hook links and lead clips. And the main thing that's making a big difference to the anti-tangle properties is a long anti-tangle sleeve. I'm using one of the dark matter ones. That's absolutely mandatory as far as I'm concerned. Behind the lead, you can use lead core or tubing. I don't like casting a braided hook link with just mono behind the lead.